Ladies and gents, welcome back to the semi-finals for the most dangerous pick that Anatan has. Dun, dun, dun. It's the Juji. That's right. B, meanwhile, going to the Byzantines. Can he make it look so easy, as he often does? Or is this going to be the end of the road for him in midweek muster number 13? Cliffside is going to be our map, a good one for Byzantines to get that rush on, but also just as good for the Juji to do their classic Jugunu builds. Likely we won't see it when you're up against Javelin threat, but fair to say that Juji almost feel limitless in terms of options at the moment in the current meta. Pro Scouts just enabling way too much of it. Byzantines, by comparison, heavily nerfed by the current Pro Scouts meta. It's crazy as well. When you think about Byzantines, you wouldn't think that they were limping around in this Pro Scouts meta having a hard time. I.e., you wouldn't think that they could do it. Because there are some things that make Pro Scouts sound good for Byzantines. For a start, they have the system buff to make their economy better. Right, at this stage, B basically has one extra villager worth of gathering in his economy. And the other thing is the tech timings. With Dialecticus and getting a quick rush in the system level 2, you can inflate your Pro Scouts timing to only take about, I think it's 48 seconds. But we never see it. And the reason we never see it is this right here. Berries are way too important for the Byzantines. Sacrificing berries is sacrificing your threatening units in Feudal Age. That is why you never see Pro Scouts for Byzantines. The only time we will ever see Pro Scouts is on these fast castle Gulper builds. And I'm gulping at that. What the? Wait, does that actually, that might actually touch the stone. Is that a 50 gold 50 stoner? That's kind of crazy, actually, that he chose that over, what, close proximity food? Most people don't do this anymore, folks. Running out wide on the flanks like this is super risky. Ever since Meditation Garden got nerfed, if you guys remember, the reason why Meditation Garden looked absolutely broken in the early days, the biggest reason, in fact, was because there was a bug where if you killed the Meditation Garden and I came back and repaired it later, it would double the values inside it. That problem doesn't exist anymore. And what is up, Lash? Oh, that ain't a problem. That's a solution. Need to get some more Germans in here. Thank you for the raid, mate. Hope you're having a good stream. Just in time to catch the first semi-finals. A fun one at that. Strong start with serious Anatan. If B can get over this hurdle, I think he's favored with the remaining picks. You know, you're looking at what? English or... Ah, crap. Did he say French, didn't he? So English or French. Meanwhile, B would have Delhi or Ayabids. So probably Delhi versus French. Which I think is close enough of a matchup that you can just call it skill-based. Interesting. Well, this one definitely feels a little bit tough. I wonder, you know, is he going to be influenced by the ways of Anatan? It would be sick, actually, if he went for the Merc House out here. Royal Knights is a really big power play into the Juji matchup. Then again, as we said, I'm not sure that Anatan wants to play into the Jugunu all-in. What he does want to do, though, and this is kind of wild, we don't see this anymore. This is an old school Juji build. Ever since the Pro Scouts, ever since the Fast Castle builds start to arrive, we don't see 2 TC rush anymore. But that's exactly what we're getting in game number 4. So maybe eventual free TC. The stone is still really nice for hand cannon slits. I never rate the stone meditation gardens for rushing a TC. It doesn't make sense. You can rush what you need for a TC in like 2 minutes, right? But in 2 minutes, you get 100 passive stone. So it doesn't really align. But what it does allow you to do when you go greedy like 2 TC is it allows you to fold all the hand cannon slits to protect you. Anatan swore that 2 TC sushi is the best play for them. It was back then. And then you could just mass Jugunu on maps like Cliffside in particular. But times have changed. You know what kind of breaks my heart? No one does the perfectly aligned U-shaped systems anymore. Do you guys remember that? It was Calp who used to do that. That was in our Unlimitane builds video on YouTube. Second TC's in a bit of a weird spot, but that's because he's playing Juji, remember. He wants to be able to supervise. He wants to be able to tax. So if you place the TC on the gold, that's not going to happen. You could think about shoveling these deer in, though. Not a bad idea. It's kind of funny. We just had a matchup where 2 of the worst civs for pro scouting pro scouted. And now we've got a matchup where one of the best civs doesn't want to pro scout And then the one that can't is kind of wiping the sweat from their brow going, woo-wee. I don't have to worry about them deer. Instead, it looks like what B's going to be doing is going castle. Interesting. I thought he might try to attack here. And yeah, here we go. So, Anno is getting pro scouts, but it's so delayed. I'm wondering if the better option for B would be to attack, considering this delay. He has got Limitani on the way. And he's going to actually start shoving the deer in. Javelin's likely to follow suit here because you're up against Duke. I don't know, man. I'm starting to wonder if Anno's gone a little bit too greedy. Because this does feel a bit nuts. So I guess he must be a squirrel. Yes! Against the player that does it so consistently, we have got neutral mercenary house play. It's the French Knights. I love this. We mention it as a possibility. It's just so delectable against Yuji. And here's the thing, like, Anno, it's not really going to be rushing spears when he goes 2TC into Pro Scouts. It's going to be slow on the timing. The Knights can die fairly well, even against the hand cannon slit TC. The secondary won't have that layer of protection. What Anasan needs to do is scout this early and get outposts up. Because remember, with that passive stone, he will be able to get plenty of gunshots coming. First 2 Knights on the way. Now, there's another thing to consider here, guys. And that's that B has perfect camouflage. That's right, we are on a very green map, and he is wearing green. So, Anatan will definitely not be able to see these giant knights riding his. Like, when you're in urban warfare and someone paints their tank gray. It just melds into the surroundings. Actually, do you guys know there's like a science behind why camos are squares nowadays? It's something to do with the way your eyes see. Your eyes don't like your eyes don't see things popping out as much when they're in like more right angled patterns. Very interesting. Definitely look it up. All right, hear me out, guys. Sippy Cup, Royal Knights. Are you sold? Hand cannon slits are on the way. I mean, technically, it's actually quite a good idea. When you press Del on your main army, it's perfectly camouflaged. Now, I'm pretty sure that's just called being berries, because they sink under the ground. Oh, come on. He's going Golden Horn Tower. No sippy cups. He'll just take the free mercs. Important thing here, though. You may notice he hasn't chosen, but he can get the veterancy. This is mass knights. He's just raw mass knighting here. I love this so much. Makes sense. What else would you want at this stage? You know, would you want Lombos into Landsknechte? Would you want Camels, Javelins? No, you wouldn't want Kesha Gullums. The best unit truly is Knights because your opponent is not really doing anything. He's just greeting. So you want the thing that can dive in and kill him. Antler Academy now on the way. Smart choice by Anatan. He's not getting out of the base against the Royal Knights. So playing Shaolin Monastery is kind of a death sentence here. Just has to hunker down with a 2TC build. Healthy lead already, being ahead by 11 villages. The Matane Knights are going to just try to intercept as much of the deer as they can. As they played there. You have to be paying a lot of attention as Anatan as well. Limitane can just basically bait you into a fight, so the Knights can charge in for free. And those Knights are now vetted up. This way he might get Horse Archers? True. Which is terrible against Yug, but once again for raiding is at least good. Meantime, B is going to start adding in the Archers. And Monks are already being spammed here. And we do have the Regional Inspection. Really powerful tech. Remember, this is the one that doubles your supervised speed. So basically, you'll be producing Spearman every 3 seconds. You'll be producing Palace Guard every 5. You have to remember to re-supervise, though. So once this completes, you'll notice that the tech timings, the production rather timings, won't change. You have to click the unit away and re-supervise. Otherwise, it's a wasted tech. You'll see here. So Bim comes in, still 9 seconds, still 6 seconds. He needs to stop staring, We've watched Anatan 4 times in competitive games forget to resupervise. And I think we might be about to have a 5th. Ridiculous. He's going straight into the Shallow Monastery afterwards. The amount of resources that he has here. And there you go. Look at that. So it goes down to 4 and 6 seconds. I think it's 5.5 passcode. I have to double check. But remember, it rounds up. Oh my god. So what's B's strat here? Do you consider going 2TC yourself? Nice thing is with assistance, you do kind of compete. Even though your opponent has the eco lead. Deafening Wall Law is going to be a big fat whiff here. Hanno has a lot of spears, folks. He's slowed down production, though, which is surprising considering how much he's sitting on here. I mean, there's no way he's just rushing Imperial. That would be insanity. Archers should be revealing themselves soon. It's almost like, is he just trying to hide the fact he went Archers? No, he was looking for the enemy scout. So it is known. Is Anno going... like, what is this build? It legitimately looks like he's going Imperial Age. And I think that's because he is going Imperial Age, but why? He's even getting red seals. He's getting more Imperial officials. Because there's not enough to go Imperial. You then also need... No, dude. This is the mass monk strat. He has 0 relics and he's going pagodas. That's why he got regional inspection, folks. He can produce them every 5 seconds. Oh my god. Oh my actual god. We have to remember that B never went pro scouts. So even if it takes a while, like Anatan has been hoovering up 4 deer stacks. It's a lot of food. You know, the monks also, you want a 20 food cheaper. So you, with this play, you can afford what? I want to say 50 monks if you get all the deer. That is crazy. Reminder, the monks are pretty bloody bulky as well. 170 HP, 15 damage. If you don't kill them, they heal themselves over time. And against mass archers, you also have the body of iron for 15 seconds to reduce damage you take by 50%. More tilting than the Limitane. If this is the strategy that gets him into the grand finals, I'm gonna lose it. Question now is he gonna lose this? Herbal Wait, that's actually genius. I haven't seen anyone prioritize this before. Does that actually work? Because you would think herbal medicine requires you to heal someone else. But technically they are healing when they heal themselves. So I think he just buffed his self-healing by 60%. That is wild. It works? That is incredible. I love that. That is actually incredible. I never noticed it before. We've probably seen it in battles. We just haven't really registered it because the shallow monk strat usually isn't this big this early. You don't typically have 20 plus monks before 15 minutes. You maybe have like 10. Or we're in the late game and every tech's been taken, so you don't notice. This is fantastic. Sacred sites are now locked in, and it is admittedly a tight spawn of 3 on the side. That kind of benefits Anatan, though. He's the one with the slow-moving army. And no, monks, their tag doesn't have a direct counter. You just have to beat them down. They're a battle monk. It's really been named a battle monk-es, though. Anno does need to get the farms online. He's ran out of food, going up to 22 shallow monks. This is what I love about Anno and B, man. In these weeklies, it's not just about winning for them. It's about the fun along the way. They go for the pure entertainer build sometimes. Keep in mind, by the way, if this does go to Imp, the monks automatically upgrade their stats. And then, where it gets really crazy is Elite Army Tactics. Because Elite Army Tactics, like, they're already such a high base damage unit for an infantry. So EAT actually stacks pretty hard. Don't get me started about Ming. You know why B isn't attacking? Probably wants his opponent to come to him with the Sacred Sites, but that just failed. Decap comes through from the scout. do you have the food for that? Military Academy's coming in. I mean, what's the maths involved in this? He can basically produce a monk every 5 seconds, I think it is. So, I mean, let's say it's every 10 seconds. That means to produce the monks, that's going to be 1,200 food per pagoda if you supervised all of them. So you need 3,600 food to produce 18 monks a minute. 3,600 food is a lot. We're nowhere near that yet. One really nice thing, by the way, about going for the Mount Lu Academy is just the ease with which your Imperial officials work well now. Having the tax seals, getting the extra 2 is big. Because it means you can just go for these 1 granary builds where it's kind of comparative to triple granary optimization. Because the supervision gives 20% more, right? So granary will usually give 10% stacking aura per. So this is mirroring that. Just 1 granary is getting the same effect. Nice. Are they going to mop up here? He just seems very reluctant. It almost just feels like Anatan is begging for him to be killed. Like, please, end me. I have no hair. Wait, Anno. No, wait. Is he going for a landmark victory? Are you kidding me? No, surely this is just a keep drop on the sacred site, right? It doesn't look like it. No, this is everything. Are you kidding me? Surely not. Villagers marching across B. He hasn't even noticed yet. He's finally seeing it. He's intercepting. But that's a lot of Zhuji villages. You're not going to be able to stop this. It's going to be a peasant rebellion B. He pulls his own. And the Mango Tower. This could be enough. Textiles at least there. Akatoy gets activated, though. The monks are coming in. But the villagers are dying pretty fast. No way. Castle is going to be erected. It costs Anatan quite a lot of villages, though. 20 plus. Second wave's coming in. And they're all on one screen. It's a triple landmark. All in his sights. I know. He gets the torches out. He goes for the gold. Not like this. Of all the ways to get eliminated in a semi-finals. Beam seems appropriate after a Doomy raid today. Blessings upon the bald ones. And B might be joining their ranks after this game. He hasn't activated Presidium either. Wait, okay, he toggled over now. Whoa, it's going to slow down the reinforcements, but it just doesn't matter. It's too late. Anatan versus Wham in your grand finals coming up next. There's no way you kill them fast enough. And after this game, there's no way of predicting what's going to happen in that grand finals.